We should never underestimate the power of giving a young person an opportunity and giving them some resources to actually, because it is one thing to tell them, study hard, you can be whatever you want to be, and it is another thing to actually give them the tools that can leapfrog that desire, to give them an opportunity to step up and to try their ideas and to make a life for themselves. So, we have some computers that I brought today. We have 20 computers, 20 laptop computers, which will be handing over to the school, and from there on, looking to the people here, the people within the community to partner even with others. So I went to Rongai Secondary School, and this is Ol-Rongai Secondary School. One of the things that when I joined Rongai in 1997, that is in the 90s, there was not much technology that time. But in an interesting twist of fate or coincidence, those brothers, some Catholic brothers who did not know us in America, donated some equipment. They donated some computers to Rongai. So Rongai was one of the first schools actually in the country which had computers in those years. And that little act of generosity from someone or from people that we did not even know changed the fate for some of us. And so through that, today I am in technology. I learned technology there. I just came across a computer there for probably my first time, and for many of us for our first time. And for most of us, that really shaped our future. And today we are who we are because of that opportunity that we had. Some people gave us that opportunity. And so as I was, as I've been thinking, how can I play my small part? Being in technology, what is the little thing I can do in this community to just move the needle a little bit? We've been discussing with Madam Principal, what are the opportunities that we can plug in here to just to do our small part, in making this institution, because it belongs to us. Sisi ni watu wa kijiji. I thought that my little contribution would be helping the school to set up a computer learning center or a STEM center. I really hope and believe that in the next few years, we can produce engineers from this institution. We can produce software developers, we can produce software engineers, we can produce technologists coming from this institution. Some of them just need that small opportunity to come into contact with a computer.
It's a big gesture which is going to help this school in a very, very big way. Some of the issues we were talking about here, about newspapers, about revision materials, about textbooks, I think it has all now been solved. We will be able to get the latest materials from that setup, and I know it's going to go a long way in helping the school. I know they say information is power. So with fast information, now our students, even us, teachers and whoever will be able to interact with those facilities, we are now empowered more than we were before. Once again, I thank you for that, for you going out of your way to help this community, because you are not just helping the school, you are helping the community.
So we need members of the community, we need our churches, we need our parents, we need everybody to come together so that we can make this school great. So as a neighbor and as a member of this community, as a neighbor of the school, we are very grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you for, I know this is a dream you've had for a long time, and you've also had the computers for a while. Thank you for confidence in bringing them to us finally. We are very grateful. And thank you, Chairman. Our Chairman is also an engineer and is also a member of this community. As you're saying, if everybody did their piece, if everybody did their part to support the teachers, to support the headmistress, to support, if even the parents did their part, which is what we are saying, how to do their part, then as you're lightly saying, things are going to work. And what you've done is not small. 20 computers are a lot. Those are very, very good. And what you have done, you have opened the world for these children. You have opened the world for our school. My
Dream is that we can provide the learners in Ol-Rongai Secondary School with that same opportunity. They may not get the best of facilities in terms of infrastructure. They may not get the best of many other things, but I think giving them an opportunity to actually study computers, to interact with technology, to engage with this thing that is the next biggest thing, we can actually give them a leap or a step or a leg up that can give them an opportunity in life. I'm actually very lucky to, work with some of the best technologists in the world, some of the best engineers, and I was able to just gather some resources. A few people helped me, and we got a number of computers, which I believe we can start with.
Okay, so my name is Kelly Mbele. I'm a teacher. I teach English and literature. I've been, as Madam says, this is my 17th year in this school.
Wow.
And I'm a member of this board representing the teaching staff. Michael, what you've done is beyond description. For a very long time, we have been talking about computers, we have been talking about ICT, but because our resources are limited, we have not been able to achieve that desire. Our principal mentioned you to us, and she has been mentioning you to us in our meetings, and we have always been hoping that our desire to have an ICT center will one day come to life. And I'm glad that I've been in Ol-Rongai long enough to see it coming to life. The exposure you're going to give these children, this exposure that you're going to give us as the teaching staff is immense. It is big. And we cannot say that this is a small thing. It is a huge thing. Our curriculum is in transition. We are exiting the 844 system to CBC. And one of the pillars of CBC is ICT integration. So as we expect the year 9s to come here next year, at least we have a foundation. When they come, they'll find us prepared. We will be ready to receive them and at least help them to achieve that pillar of ICT integration. I don't want to speak much, but receive our gratitude. We are very thankful.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the parents, I think this is something to be remembered and to be admired. So hii shule hii imekuwa ikitamani sana kuwa na mambo ya new technology. But now this is the time it has come. And we hope we are going to exploit to the maximum. Pia ningependa kusema we wish that as you consider this venture to this school, we actually request, if there's more other technological issues that is required, we highly request that you tukumbuke. Nashukuru sana kwa sababu hii ni nafasi mzuri. Uliona kati ya mashule yote ukaona you saw this place. Na ni vizuri. Wacha nishukuru pia our POM chair, Engineer Kariuki. You guys, you come from within the area, so I assure principal that unaona area hii tuna watu they consider watu wa nguvu na wanataka waone at least they give something to the community where they come from. So on my side, I'm thankful and I'm saying welcome again.
I am seeking to partner with this board, with the school, with the community, to find opportunities to support each other, to support these children. My ask, to this board and to the school is, this is not for Michael Waimiri, this is for the school, this is for the community. How can we help each other, that it's not a project for one person? How can we help each other and actually make this thing grow legs? And actually, in the next few years, we have students who are coming from Ol-Rongai Secondary School to University of Nairobi to learn computer science, or to learn engineering, or to learn information technology, and that is possible. So we need a computer lab. Engineer had, we also had a chat with engineer some time back. He's doing a great job trying to put up a lab and a library. We need a computer lab. We need a library. There are things that, there's infrastructure that needs to be built. We need internet, good internet. And I know there are many other challenges, but we should see this as a very unique opportunity. And the reason why we are doing some of these things, like just recording and this, is so that there are probably other people who they don't know, they would have an opportunity to play their part in social responsibility, paying it forward. And so my goal is to tell a story, because we are also often told that sometimes we don't tell our stories. Sometimes we don't ask. I liked a good quote I saw in one of the classes there. You need to ask. If you don't ask, then if you don't know, you ask, and if you don't ask, you'll never know. So my goal or my dream is to actually find other like-minded individuals, whether it's within this community, enlisting more people, whether it is within the people that I work with, my colleagues, my friends, just to support in whichever way, so that we can, take this forward. I should mention that as I was trying to figure out, how to, support, and I figured, okay, we spoke with the teacher and said, we need a computer learning center or a STEM hub. Out of sometimes, when you want something, I think they say the world conspires. So I just, in a chance encounter, one of my colleagues that I work with, his name is Tom Ball in America. He was trying to figure an opportunity to, do some social responsibility, help some people who are underserved or underprivileged in Africa. And so it was a chance encounter, and actually some of those, those resources, those computers were actually donated, by him, all the way from America. So I'd really like to thank, Tom Ball, who, has played a big part in making this actually come to fruition, and also just some people, Kevin here, my colleague as well, Edith here. Others who I would have loved to come with, but they didn't come today. So yeah, it's is if everyone just, I think it's Shakespeare or someone who said, if everyone just swept their doorstep, the city would be clean. So each of us just making a small contribution. Sometimes it's just not money, sometimes it's time, sometimes it's other kind of resources. We can, we can make a small change. Yeah, so thank you.
So we are grateful. The parents, I know the parents now are going to appreciate because they have never seen a computer here. No children have gone home. You say we are learning computers. So they are supposed to be, we are going to have now bright students with learning new things, knowing about technology more. And I hope this will bring a change in our community. And we are so grateful, so grateful.
As we've said now, what they see, what they learn, they will see the world now from a different point of view. So you've also opened up our community, and we really hope that the dream will be realized, and I think you have given us new energy, even as a board, and also encouragement that we are not forgotten.
My name is Felix Kipkurui. I was in this school, particular school, Ol-Rongai, last year, and I was the best student. I got a B+, and for me it was a very strong B. I really worked for it, though there was some challenges up and there, but I did manage. Today we have received the laptops, and I think if it was in the beginning when I was here last year, I could have get even a more good grade than what I got. There's some concept which will not get that full, you will not understand, and like we are not the same, other students will not understand something. But when you have this laptop, you have those internet, when you don't get that concept in the class, you can just go to the internet, you start that concept, and then you revisit, and then you understand more and more. So I think with these laptops, I mean computers, laptops, whatever, I think they will help us a lot. So I think if this student will, which I know, they will make use of these laptops. So if they don't understand maybe a concept, they can go and also borrow other ideas from the internet. Okay, when I transferred to this school from another school, I came here in Form 3. So when I transferred from the previous school, there was some more topics in several subjects which I had not covered in my previous school, and this the new school that I came, they've already covered a lot. So in short, the school that I came from, we were a bit behind. So those topics you had to cover, the teacher is already ahead of you. So like a student, a self-driven student, you just have to know to figure it out. How will you cover these topics? How will you manage? And I had that challenge. No laptop in the school, so like you're totally. I almost gave up, but I tried my best. But if I had those laptops in the school, I swear, I would have get a very good grade in that mathematics, all that subject. But the only problem is that I didn't get them. So for this student who have now received those laptops, thanks to the whole team, I think they are going to do great.
Yeah. I'm Onyango Brian, a teacher at Ol-Rongai Secondary School. I'm a teacher of mathematics and physics, and back then when I was in high school, I really wanted to become a teacher and grow above that. Yeah. So back then, I liked the way my physics teacher and mathematics teacher were, the way they were teaching, the way they were handling us. and I really liked that, and I picked that aspiration from them. So back then, in terms of technology, we didn't have computers in my school, and if we had these computers then I think it would have made our learning easier as a student. I would have learned so many things, and I think that would have helped me even achieve more. So with the computers, a student can learn so many skills, apart from just the subjects offered. So there are a lot of skills that a student can gain from there. So that can actually help them later, because nowadays the world is technological. Everywhere we have technology. So that one can actually give a student an advantage of having some extra skills that someone else who didn't get this opportunity don't have. And then now here in school, those laptops, we are going to actually make good use of them, help these learners acquire necessary skills that they need. They use them to learn, and the extra skills they require, they will use them outside there when by the time their years end in school.
So Mr. Brian, it's today is really a day that I've been looking forward to for a long time. You know, we've spoken with you many times just about you know, what your feeling is about technology. What are the things that technology can help, you know, in this school and in the community. So maybe just from your perspective, you know, so today is, you know, a day that I've played in my mind for many, you know, actually for many months, and actually probably even years. So today computers are here in Ol-Rongai Secondary School. So, you know, as the person who will be, you know, responsible to make sure that we start creating some success stories. What's your feeling? Where do you feel this is going, or where will it? What's the next step for you?
So because now the computers are here, we were having some challenges, like in teaching of sciences and mathematics. Sometimes you find that in sciences there are some apparatus that we don't have. They are very expensive, like physics apparatus. So you realize that when we have these computers, we download simulations into these computers, and then now when we go to class, we integrate that into our lessons, such that the student will be able to understand more instead of it being abstract. You see, some of them are abstract. Like there was an example given somewhere of the mitochondria thing, the one that was given. You see, they just, the students, they don't know this thing, they don't know how it looks like. But when we have it now simulated how this thing works, so all that, they can now see it as real. So it will actually stick in the mind, because the student, they like to see than just hearing. When they hear, it won't get deep. So they'll be able to understand these concepts, especially the abstract concepts, or where we need to experiment, but we don't have the apparatus in the lab. So we use the simulations. And then because our students, most of them, the entry grades are low. So making them understand we need to integrate the ICT in our daily teachings, so that they can now pick up and understand by getting the exact or the correct tools into our laptops, so that we can use them to demonstrate or to simulate. So you find that they pick from there, and they like it. They like it.
Wow.
Yes.
Is there like a specific example like you can give maybe of like maybe a challenge that you had, or challenge teachers might have? Maybe they had only one computer, but they could not make it accessible to everyone, and maybe there was a success story out of that one, but you could not expand it because you didn't have like the resources. Is there anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, actually there is. Like we only had one, the one behind you. That is the one we have been using. So it is just one like that. So what we normally do, we can use the internet that we have. We download whatever learning tool we require. Maybe we can put it in a disk, and then the teacher uses it in class. So like for example, myself, when I was teaching physics, and I realized that these kids, what they need to understand is to see. They need to see these things. And sciences and mathematics, it works so well with that, with technology. Because they can learn something in class, but there is nowhere they have ever seen this thing. Like I remember there was a time I was teaching about center of gravity, and then I was talking about tall buildings. Then I realized that most of them have never seen tall buildings. So I could get some videos of tall buildings from various parts of the world, so that they can see where do we apply the center of gravity in these tall buildings. And then in other concepts too. So that one I realized by the time they were doing the exams, it really helped them and they achieved. So the mean score rose by 1 point something. It was actually 1.8.
Wow.
1.8.
Wow.
That's so those computers will actually impact on the results we get, and also help the student learn some other things. And maybe these things, they can be like nowadays, because we are going to have the other system, the CBC, and it is insisted that the ICT skills to be given to students, because they are going to use those laptops or the computers to learn. So we have to teach them the ICT skills, so that now they can go and learn using those computers. But you see, if we didn't have anything, then that would be a very big challenge coming next year. We are taking them next year, so it would have been a very big challenge.
Wow.
Yes.
How would so one of the challenges I've been grappling with is just how to implement, because having the resources is one thing, but also making them actually have the right outcomes, making sure they have the right tools, making sure the students are actually making good use of them. How do you think about, do you have any, like, what have you thought about? We've already had these conversations. Do you have like some ideas, what are some of the challenges you foresee?
One of the challenge is that though we have it, we have the net, but you see, it won't be enough. In terms of the gadgets it will support. So I think what we are going to add is now the bit of the internet. That one we are going to add, so that we make sure that whatever we will be doing using these computers will be a success. And then in terms of maybe you see, some of our teachers, especially in languages, me being the ICT champion, I think they've been having some challenges. So also these computers will help me to at least guide them on how they are going to use to integrate it in their subjects. Yeah. So earlier, language teachers were not using or integrating the ICT in their subjects, but the integration is there. It's only that they are still learning on how to do it. But when it comes to the science teachers are okay. They just need some small guidance. Okay. And then what we will also add, I think this is now in terms of our students. I think so many of them like to use computers. So giving them these sessions so that they can interact with them one-on-one. Because when we had one, you can just do it for them. This is like a demonstration. But when they can now do it themselves through our guidance, then I think they are going to benefit out of it. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, so what would success look for Brian in the next 1 year, 2 years? How do you define your success or how do you define success in this program?
Yeah, so within the next those 2 years or 3 years, I will be very happy to see our students being able to use those computers well, in terms of they will have learned some basic skills required by the end of their being here. Yeah, they have some skills because I know some of them they like interacting with computers, but they can't get them. But with them being here, the computers, some of them might start learning things like basic codings, maybe using things like Scratch. We call it Scratch. I think you know it. Yeah, the Scratch, we can download them in our laptops. They can start that basically. Yeah, and maybe the basic computer skills. Yeah, but now with time, we will have the other at least technical part of it, like now the programming. Yeah, I think that one will come with time.
Okay.
Yeah, but we would like to see them, at least they have learned some skills by the time they are leaving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That would be a great success story for me as well. It would be great to see some learners, some boys and girls who would otherwise have not had that opportunity, actually gain meaningful skills that they can get out there and just do something with them.
Yeah, true.
You know, start solving just basic problems or even just problems around the community, or just having the skills that they actually can start, whether it's to earn a living or even go to the next level, you know, go to higher level, higher education, university, and advance in those areas, in computer science, in engineering, in science, in technology aspect. So yeah, that's great. I'm really looking forward to partnering with you and with the school to realize that success. I think that success will be everyone's success.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I also appreciate for them. We are so much grateful.
Thank you.
Because I see when you will come here next, you will find some great improvement. We are going to make you good use of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes, yes.